Today, Goblin Gang, we proudly represent the people who do not want to take an arrow straight to the face in their open helmet. Seriously, why are your horses more protected than your dudes, Grand Cathay? I start drawing our first candidate for a closed helmet, using what I learned and the motif I like the most from my reference board. I quickly sketch a head underneath because surprisingly proportion really matter when you're designing a helmet. And just like Grandpa Nurgle, I love the number 3, so I thought it would be neat to start with a grid inspired by one of the most recognizable symbols of the Grand Cathay. And then my beloved reminded me how much he detested the plumes on the Grand Cathay helmet. He's a certified hater of the ponytail thingy. I actually like them, but not on my cannon fodder. Since he loves the High Elf helmet from the Lord of the Rings, and I agree that the shape is pretty unique, I decide to flip the comet and use it in reverse. Not in a spiky Stormcast way though, the aesthetic here is much more flowy. I added a shape to support the comet, turned it into a half horseshoe and felt very proud of myself. Somehow, I managed to include the year of the horse. Totally intentional, definitely planned. For the confused goblin in the back, yes, we're in the Chinese year of the fire horse, and I'd really like to integrate that into this army identity. I start carving the shapes in black, grey and white, aiming to make it look like a grey miniature with a zenithal highlight. I usually make metals a bit shinier, just to get a rough idea of what they would look like with metallic paint on them. There's one motif in Cathayan armor that appears all the time, this very interesting circle thingy. Yes, my art vocabulary is incredibly precise, merci beaucoup. Also, I pulled the Bob Ross and had a happy accident. While trying to add more on that motif, I ended up with this extra shape on top, and the more I looked at it, the more it reminded me of firefighter helmets, which is kind of perfect for a fire horse army. Using the incredible power of copy-paste, high contrast and completely improvised reflections, I ended up with a third helmet that I'm genuinely very proud of. So, what do you think, Goblin Gang? Which of the 3 helmets do you like the most? If you can spare some time, Goblin Gang, go watch the full video, it would really help me. Merci beaucoup, and don't forget to subscribe for more miniature mischief.